Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, what I'm going to talk about is pricing of your recruitment service and how to best price it accordingly. And a lot of things I've seen over the years is I've tried a lot of things is I've always tried to be the best price in the market, which might be seen as the cheapest, and give the best service. I've always offered that, and I've always done well offering that. So the question is, I see a lot of people saying, look, I will never work under 20%, I will never work under 15%. They don't have too many clients, but they kind of have the clients that really, really are serious about recruitment. So in all, in all honesty, depending on your sector, you're probably not going to make that much money. That's maybe you might make, I don't know, 20, 30,000 a year. Your fees are obviously quite large, but it really hurts when, companies don't actually work with you and it takes a long time to win new clients. So they're often long-standing relationships over the years. So in order to sort of start off an agency or start to win new business, you're competing with companies that the price might actually be £7,000 or £3,000. Now, in the client's mind, they feel that a candidate is a candidate or somebody that's going to work for them is pretty much the same, or they're getting the same value service from each agency. They don't see any sort of difference. Yeah. So all they've got to sell on is what they've done before, who they work with, they're a big company, and they've got a really nice branding. Other than that, recruitment agencies don't really have a USP. Contingency recruiters usually go out to the same market. They usually start recruiting, on job boards, LinkedIn. It's about the same level. And a company that's getting paid 7,000, where someone's getting paid 3,000, will probably, the £7,000 one will probably work slightly harder, because they've got to make one placement, whereas the other person has to make two and a bit placements. But the thing that I found is agencies, they compete on price nowadays, and I've spoke to people where they've done a flat fee, which is low. That's fine if you're starting off. I do flat fees sometimes. I do, my sort of average fee is about 10%, 12%. I don't really go anywhere above 15, I'll be honest with you, even if it is sort of 100k salary. I sometimes I even do it lower than 15 depending on the client. But the thing I want to talk about is how you're going to price yourself. So you have to think, how much do I want to earn per year? That's the important thing. If you want to earn £200,000, great, you're going to have to make 200 placements a year. You're going to have to make 2 or 3 a week, which is really, really time intensive. You're going to need high volume with that, or you're going to have a handful of clients. So if you want to earn 50,000 in your first year, which is very, very achievable, because you're looking at one placement a month really, if you're on the high end. But if you're sort of doing the lower priced placements, you're going to be doing that. You're probably going to be making about 3 or 4 placements a month. You might have a good month, bad month. You might make 6 placements. So reverse engineer it to the point where you are recruiting. You're thinking, okay, great, I've got my yearly target. Even if I miss it, I'm going to go slightly above it. So I want to make £50,000 this year. And you can do this part-time, believe it or not. And what you want to do is you want to say, okay, great, all right, £50,000. My average fee, if I charge 10%, is going to be £3,000. So I know for a fact, I don't know the maths, what's that? Let's say it's £5,000 is your average fee. And so you want to make 10 placements over the year. Great. I'm probably going to need 100 jobs in that if I have a 10% fill rate. So 1 in 10 fill rate, which is really high actually. So, excuse me. So going back to how much you should price, it's totally up to you in terms of how much you want to make. If you go on the pretense that, wow, I just want to make loads of placements, I don't care, as much as I can, that's fine. Go in at 10%, you'll be certainly fine with that. The other thing to mention is the most important thing for clients isn't the price. Now, this is me talking to hundreds of clients over the years, over my career. Price isn't too important, actually. To most clients, I would say 80% of clients don't actually care for the price. Chances are that they're working with, I've charged 10%, and then all the other agencies are charging 15, 20%. And I've managed to make the placement. Now, the thing that's important to them is a good level of service. Yeah. How you treat candidates. Do you have a value proposition? Like, are you a specialist? Was you a nurse before? Now you're recruiting for nurses. Have you had 10 years experience in this field professionally? Yeah, these things are important to clients. Also, the most important thing, hands down, is retention of staff. Yeah, talking to clients, this is by far the most. They don't even care. They'll pay. They'll pay whatever. In fact, they'll pay double for the staff member. 9 times out of 10, or 8 times out of 10, I would say, they will pay for the staff member. But keeping that staff there, proving you can help support them and follow up with that person, make sure they're happy, report back if there's any issues, keeping that candidate relationship even when they start work. Those are the value things that really, if you say, oh, we help everyone, you know, it's like when you go for a job interview and you say to them, oh, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that. And they want to see examples. So give examples how you can actually support them in the long term. So after we've made a placement, Mr. Client, what we do is we do systematic follow-ups with the candidates. With your permission, would that be okay? Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah. And what we do with that, we are looking to extend our retention rate across the board. We found it successful because we work with XXX company. And after that, sometimes there are quick fixes. Sometimes candidates get a little bit nervous and they start to look for another job. Yeah. The first person they're going to come to is me. Now, I'm not in the market to report candidates that are looking for new jobs. However, I want to find out why they're upset. It could be sometimes a quick fix. And I'll tell you a quick story. I had a candidate that was looking to leave. Had I not have called them, it was something that can be fixed very easily. I said, look, I'll call the manager for you. And they said, fine. Called the manager, basically fixed the problem. So all in all, that person ended up staying there. They're probably still there. I'll tell you what's important as well. I've got an old LinkedIn account and it was where I worked somewhere else. Excuse me. Sorry. And what happened was I've got people that are still in work 3-4 years ago for those companies. If I call that manager up and I say to them, how is blah, blah, blah doing? I've even seen people progress where they've stayed. So if I ring them up and I say, look, do you remember me? I placed this person. Are they still there? I know they're there. Yeah. And this is a good selling point you can use over the years. And I say, oh, look, are they still there? Great. Do you have any needs at the moment? And, they'll have a laugh. They'll say, actually, they are. Oh, great. Because I remember them. I placed them there. You was a fantastic company to work with. That candidate was brilliant. So I'm glad they're still there. So make sure you are doing these things and building these relationships. Check in with candidates, even though after you've made your placement. This is very important. And follow up with them. Make sure everything's happy. Check in after interviews. A client will see how you treat candidates as well. So make sure you're doing that. Again, the most important part is retention. So I hope this video helped. Let me know if you've got any questions, and yeah, we'll have a chat soon.